Today's video lesson previews the commutative and associative properties of your brand new unit. The commutative property of addition states that the order in which the terms of a sum are added does not actually change the sum, and likewise the commutative property of multiplication means that the order in which the terms of a product are multiplied does not change the product. So commutative property of addition, you can have A plus B, which will yield the same result as B plus A. With numbers instead of variables, I can switch 5 plus 7 and 7 plus 5, and I'll still get the same answer of 12. Similarly, in multiplication, I can do A times B or B times A and still get the same answer. Using numbers to model this, I have 4 times 5 and 5 times 4. My answer is still going to be 20. So I like to think of the commutative property with the definition of commute. Commute is a regular journey to and from work. So a person can go to work and from work in different routes if there's traffic or if they take a scenic route, but they'll still end up getting to the same place. So thinking of commutative property, you can change the order of the numbers and variables for addition and multiplication, but you will still get the same answer. Please draw a giant triangle on this page. The second property that we're previewing is the associative property. The associative property says that the groups will not change the sum for addition and multiplication. So in other words, I can change around the way that I group an expression. So A plus B plus C. I can either group A plus B or I can group B plus C, but I'll still end up getting the same answer. So 2 plus 3 plus 4. I can group 2 plus 3 and get 5 and then add 4 and get 9. Or I can do 3 plus 4 and get 7, and 7 plus 2 equals 9. Either way, I'm getting the same answer if I change the groups in addition because of the associative property. To help me remember the associative property, I think of people. People can associate with different groups, but the end result still remains the same. So associate, I change the groups that I'm associating with, but in the end, I still have all the same friends. And likewise in math, I can change the numbers and who they associate with first, but in the end, you'll get the same answer. And similarly, associative property of addition works when you have multiplication as well, which we'll model in the next slide. So here this shows that the associative property, I can start with 15 plus 9 plus negative 4, or I can do group together 15 plus negative 4 and get negative 19 and then add on the 9. So changing the way that you group together your integers or your negative numbers allows you to first add rather than subtracting if I were to do negative 15 plus 9. And finally, this associative property of multiplication, I can change the order of how I group together my terms, but my product still remains the same. So A times B can be grouped first to get 12, and then I multiply my C, which is 5, and I get 60. Or I can group together B times C first, do 4 times 5 and get 20, and then multiply 3 and get 60. So the associative property deals with the way that terms are grouped together, and the commutative property deals with the way that terms are ordered. Either way, you'll still get the same answer for multiplication and addition when you're working with the commutative and associative properties. Please use your notes and answer slides 9 through 12, and we'll go over these responder questions in class tomorrow.